Um, well, how about if you guys are up for it, I can do another 10 minutes for sure. Maybe 9:10 or 9:15. It's 9:00 now, unless Jamie, if you need to shut the room down, do a few more minutes. Brad, stay. I'm staying, buddy. Don't. Jeff and Peyton in the car. Jeff and Peyton have such a fun and great relationship that I think is also a good path and certainly not an obstacle to an eventual marriage between Jordan and to bring Jeff and Peyton into the family. I mean, they banter, and I think Jeff, being like in the older brother kind of like role, takes Peyton under his wings a little bit, and Peyton is this, let's say, simpler man, a fun-loving man who, I remember once it came up in the conversation, and someone just, a lady was there, and she said, "But Peyton, you're such a mama's boy." And he turned in without a blink of an eye and said, "Yeah, that's true. I do love my mom." Such a pure spirit, like his sister, like a pure open heart, easy to make fun of, easy to, like shooting fish in a barrel, but a very kind-hearted young man. And Jeff digs that, and I think he likes to share his partying spirit with Peyton, and of course Peyton is always a customer for that, and so it was nice to see. And in the car they just jabbed back and forth at each other, but mostly Jeff kind of like just having fun with him and calling him Yo-Yo. Always calls him Yo-Yo. Did Sylvia like Jordan and want her to become part of the family? I'm sure. I'm sure she would. They had a tougher time communicating because Jordan didn't. She's not a hugely exuberant gesturer physically, what you had to be in Italy. I mean, I speak Italian to some degree, so I served as the interpreter. And and yeah. Sorry, guys. I saw a question scroll up. Could you talk a little bit about Josh? Absolutely. Josh, not here, but he's working away, I think, in another room on promos and stuff that you guys will see on the early show on Rachel Ray. Um, Josh and I go. Josh and I go back. Hold on, let me just check something. Sorry, guys. All good. Everything good. Let's go until 9:15. How about that? Then I'm going to go downstairs and hit one of these 12-hour delis in New York, which serve up the bottomless. Back to Josh. Yeah, Josh and I met actually. Where did we meet? But Josh worked, on season 1 of Around the World for Free, the television series. That's where him and I developed a really good rapport way back. We brought him on, and yeah, he was. I think we all worked remotely. He edited in Florida, and I remember passing him my notes, and basically we had to do like the Vulcan mind meld to transfer all the knowledge and all the experience, because I just handed him 250 hours of footage, and he had to cobble episodes together, and we worked together. He did some episodes, I did some, so that was our background, and then he works together with Alex and Burton on at Around the World Productions in LA, and him and I worked on the Rachel Ray series we did in the summer of 2000. But anyway, all that, Josh is just a great guy. Very similar skill set to mine. He has produced his own surf film and perhaps other things as well. Not sure of, but he's very skilled and very dedicated man, very hardworking. And and yeah, I mean, he was. We had to try to find the best who could really shoulder a lot of the workload, my own skills, and that was why he came on board as well, and yeah, he's a great guy, very dedicated man. I'm gonna be sad that he's going his separate way. I mean, he's going back to LA. I'm going to Canada. And you could see, take a look at his work. His work again. Um, his pieces run a bit shorter because Josh is more the master of the really short form and packed in kind of storytelling, whereas I let things just run long. So if you look at a lot of the webisodes, like he did Kamakura, he did the Tsukiji Fish Market, and then he did the Angkor Wat, and many others as well, of course. But generally the shorter ones, 3 to 4 minutes. Mine are like the 5-minute plus. And I also wanted to take a second to talk about John. Um, I have only respect for, and on. I encourage everyone about his series that he is producing called Alter Ego, I believe, on Facebook. A wonderfully dedicated and kind-hearted, sensitive man. Bluntly, the things that we had asked of him were essentially to be a duplicate of me, and that have that kind of skill set to be equally camera and directing and then editing, all that. So that's a lot of hats to wear, and editing background was not as substantial as was necessary for this show, and that we would run into problems down the line, and we to bring on Josh. That's the story of what happened there. Both of my colleagues and did Jeff grow into his hosting role? Yeah, he improved, and he feels comfortable with it. I told you, I think, in one of the earlier chats that he was very critical of himself. Now he's not critical. Now he's just full. Um, no. But he's certainly not. He's not picking apart the webisodes in such a way and saying, "Oh, man, that was not good or this was not good." I mean, so which is good, because you have to lose that bit of self-consciousness and accept yourself as you are, and know that the editors and the filmmakers will have your back and do what is necessary. So he's come a long way with that. If you look at the number of takes it takes to, I mean, again, there's no retakes in Around the World, only when we do the on-camera kind of summaries, when we do the introductions, and we have to deliver a certain bit of kind of connecting. If that is messed up, then I retake. There's a lot less now. He often gets it on one try, and so he's going to move into he'll be well set up for a standard kind of hosting scenario where he's given a lot more strict guidelines as to what is needed, or even a reality show, which is more like literally in the kitchen and like, okay, Jeff, say that you like the tuna. I love the tuna. Jeff, now tell him about how that butter is the creamiest you ever tried. It's great. A lot of TV production is like that, even web production. I generally don't work like that, but he's going to excel. Thank you for all the wishes for me to get better. What was your biggest challenge on the show? Easy. Time. There's never enough time to get everything done. Even now, look, it's 9 p.m. 9:10. In a few minutes, I will get off. I have not finished the webisode that I was supposed to deliver. Many things happen. The creative process takes time. You get absent-minded. I'll be editing until midnight or 2 a.m. I'll deliver it. It'll get approved in the morning, and tomorrow the hamster wheel will start again for the last one. Simply, there has been a time crunch from the beginning. It's a natural part of the process. Nothing can be done at an extreme. You don't have time to write, to really do things, but that's what you sign up for. That's what you sign up for, and I hope that my friends and my colleagues and you guys also can understand that that is why we often cannot get basic things such as, like, are you there, are you okay, and you don't have the energy to write an okay, because you simply like the energy to pick up the phone, call someone, or even to pick up calls you simply are at that level. So I've done this before, people understand, but it's extreme. It's extreme, but Joel, no offense, but you really sound awful. You need some rest. My voice is going down, but 3 more minutes and then we'll wrap it up. We should, some wrap-up questions if you guys, were there any social things that happened that made you uncomfortable, sexism and stuff? Not really, no. I mean, I presume you're thinking on the part of us, like projecting or being either not proper, not carrying ourselves in a professional manner. No, Guys, I'm back, but I'm gonna. So, can people hear me? That was very embarrassingly. Hold on. Can you hear me? Okay. Yes. Wow. Half the audience is gone. I'm so sorry. How embarrassing. I wonder how long I rambled. I did this huge, big goodbye, and then I said, wow, no one is writing a single line. And then I remembered that my hotel internet was activated exactly 24 hours ago, and it cut me off mercilessly. Sorry about that. I just rambled. I was like, wow, they're listening, and they're just gasping and not even writing a single line. Anyway, so I'm going to get in a goodbye, okay? I'm going to get in a goodbye. I don't know how much of that you got, but I'm going to repeat. That's first to say that thank you for waiting. I see that. Thank you. Oh, I was just starting to talk about the sexism. Okay, quickly then on that. No, I don't think the crew behaved inappropriately. I think we carried ourselves professionally, and we were not in that kind of situation. If you think like outside towards us, no, I didn't feel that at all. I also did not feel any anti-American hostility. I'm a Canadian, of course, but still did not feel any of that. Did not feel any verbal attacks, physical attacks, anything like that. And and so no, it was a good experience all around. And so thanks for that. And then basically I was going to go into my goodbye. So here's my goodbye once again. Um, and yeah, my goodbye is just to say thank you to everyone. My apologies for not having Jeff here back. And we'll talk to you guys, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. And it's going to be great. And also, I will stay in touch with everyone. I mean, as I mentioned before, I have a venture in mind to continue a travel adventure, and like I said, JEJO and many of the supporters out there are very connected to this, and I will be looking to you guys as an audience, and hopefully you will participate, and you will do me a great honor if you listen and pass it along. Of course, that will be really cool. Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna stay in touch, and I also look forward to just being, a regular member of the site and posting and discussing and dissecting and following up on this trip and down memory lane and all that. We definitely hope to do a lot of that. It's compressed right now and it's not even finished yet, but I hope to be back there. I will be back on the boards. It's great to dial in from Toronto, and it's been an honor. It's been really a nice ride, and it has meant a lot to have this audience of you, you supporters and friends been there, and like I said, it made it very worthwhile for me to continue my work and keep pushing for stuff. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I greatly enjoyed the interactions. Like I said, if I repeated before, everyone is welcome to Facebook friend or whatever. So, and thank you to Jamie, thank you to JEJO, all the moderators, friends, or guests from every site and every corner of the world spend this time with me now. Thanks for that. I will go and get some honey for my voice, get a nice salad, and continue editing, and you will see my work hopefully tomorrow morning. And it's not goodbye, it's arrivederci, as the Italians say, viszontlátásra in Hungarian, and arrivedere Romanian, a bientôt in French, auf Wiedersehen in German, and I can go on. So great talking to you guys, and everyone have a wonderful night, and we'll be in touch soon, okay? Take care. Thanks to everyone. Sayonara, I guess that's the one.